Good morning, everybody. This is your daily check-in for Thursday, April 23rd. Yep, I had to double check the date. Man, it gets harder every day to remember what day of the week it is, doesn't it? Well, I picked two different Bible verses for this morning, and the first one was from Psalm 34. For the angel of the Lord guards and rescues all who reverence him. You know, during this time of isolation, I hate that word isolation. Let's change it. During this time of being home and sheltered in place, God understands what's going on in each of our minds. You know, he's been acquainted with grief. He's been acquainted with loss. He understands and he knows what exactly you're feeling. Why? Well, it's really easy because his son suffered. His son had loss, and it's not new to him. Now, some of you might be sitting there going, I don't know what loss there is. Well, for some of you, it's the loss of control of your hair. I won't shout out, but you know who I'm talking to. I've got to do these early so my hair is still damp where it's that big. But you know, even more important than that, we've had that loss. We've had the loss of if you're being together, going to spend time with grandparents or great-grandparents. That's a loss. Having that time together. We have a loss of, we didn't have our confirmation last week. We're having it for you guys, but just not when we would normally have it. We have a loss here at church of not finishing out our choir program and our summer or our spring Sunday school program. These are all losses that we have to come to terms with. This week it was announced that graduations for some districts have been canceled. That's a humongous loss. So, you know, each of us are dealing with the loss in our own way. I thought about all of these kiddos, especially my grandson, who is so active, and their baseball and their soccer seasons have been postponed for the time being. And you know, there's that loss of special things you want to do and can't do. Tomorrow's my grandson's birthday, and normally we'd be planning a trip to Virginia, and that's not happening this year. So we all have losses in our own right. And, you know, we want to remember that we're allowed to react however we feel. We're allowed to be angry. We're allowed to cry, and it's okay. But, you know, when that happens, remember that God cares about you so deeply, and he's very attentive to every detail in your life. In 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, it says, cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. That's each of you, each of us. So do what you need to do, but remember, take some care. Cry, but talk to each other. Reach out to one of the pastors, reach out to a friend, and know that God cares about you. In Psalm 56, as I close, you have seen me tossing and turning through the night. I don't know about any of you, but that's me. You have collected all my tears and preserved them in your bottle. You have recorded every one in your book. You're never out of his reach. I miss you guys. That's one of my biggest losses. I can't wait to see you. Keep keeping in touch. Keep reaching out. God bless.